Hey, Bruce Waller here. Just finishing up a Saturday morning run in North Texas. Oh man, it was cold when I started and now it's starting to get a little warm. Spring is in the air. I was just thinking about on my run, margins. And my brother and I were having a conversation earlier this week about margins and how early in our career, I think we might have read it in a book or heard it on a John Maxwell audio tape. He talked about, when you have margins, and he was talking about financials. But when you have margins, you have options in your life. And as we were talking this week, we were talking about having margins with people too. And when you develop your network, early in our careers, something came up, we didn't know who to call. We started calling anybody and everybody. But today, we've developed an incredible network of the most amazing people, resources. And so when we have a need, we lean into that network. And so I want to encourage you that when you're out networking, you're also creating margins. And hey, you never know who you're going to need. I recently shared a post about, I went to a conference and I met a guy. His name is Steve, and he gave me a book. And great guy, kind of stepped in touch, didn't really think about it. And a couple years later, I decided to write my first book, Find Your Lane. And I knew Steve had written a book, so I reached out to Steve, and he introduced me to an editor, and next thing you know, I have a book. And because I showed up, because I went to that conference, because I connected with Steve, I had created margins. So think about this week. Create some margins. Have a great day, everybody.